Okay, we are here with Christian Fredrikson from F-Secure, the CEO. Could you please briefly introduce yourself and the company you work for? So what F-Secure is focusing on and so on.
Sure. So my name was Christian Fredrikson. I'm the CEO of F-Secure. F-Secure is a 25-year-old company nowadays. It's been always mainly the DNA of the company is in security. We've been doing security software throughout our history. And we have started from being a PC security company, then we moved into all devices, and now we're actually moving into not only protecting the cloud, but also protecting the traffic. And with that, that's a big move for us as a company, and we have launched now many products in this space. And when we actually move into the cloud, we realize that when we're taking people's content as a backup and securing it in the cloud, why don't we actually make it fun and engaging and give it back to them as well? So that's how Younited was born, actually. So while we're anyhow building a secure system for people and their content, we might as well not only just keep it there latent and nobody uses it except for backup when something disappears, so we might as well actually give something back to the users in terms of a fun and engaging product. So we gone very image driven in the new Younited. But of course, still the essence of the company has always been in security and running and protecting both consumers in their online life as well as small and medium-sized businesses.
Okay, so as you said, you're launching a new service, the cloud service Younited. Could you tell us a bit, what is it about and what features does it have?
Okay, so we thought that we like what some of the competitors are doing, but we felt that there is still missing in privacy, in security, and in the fun part. We realized that nobody will take a personal cloud product just because it is secure and private, but they will always want a product which is just cool and a very good product on its own. So the product has to be great and not just ride on security and privacy. So it's a secondary thing, but we felt that that's important as well. So that's why we felt that the security company should enter this space so that people trust and dare to move their content, even important content, into the cloud and to a trusted partner who's driven by security and protecting people. Now, Younited as a product is a sync and share product, so it's an image driven, so you can store all your photos on actually all your devices. It's iOS, Android, Windows, it can be the Mac or the PC, it can be on tablets, it can be on all the mobile phone devices, basically with those iOSs. And all through the web browser you can look at your photos, videos, documents, and whatever you have. It has many different features in it, so it has a cloud of clouds, so the sources, so you can also connect to it Dropbox, Facebook, Picasa, for example, so that the content that you have there, and if you have, for example, pictures in Facebook, it will take those into the cloud, this Younited cloud as well. So you get an overview, finally as a user, you get an overview of what do I really have in all these different places, and I can get them organized in one place. As a consumer, and we will also offer it and start next year, early next year, we will also offer it to the businesses.
Okay.
So that's about the product itself. It's intuitive. We believe it's a fun product to use.
Yeah. Okay. So one goal is also that you want to reach out people who are maybe concerned about privacy and so on. And of course now what's going on in the media about NSA. So can you guarantee that the NSA, for example, doesn't have access to your servers?
Yeah, let me run through actually what security means. So first, I don't think nobody in the world can guarantee 100% whether it's NSA or anything else either. I think what we've done is we believe that privacy matters. We believe that security matters. It's an essential part of transparent democracies actually as well. And we believe that our consumers and corporations, it's a big portion of course, the fear to move things to the cloud is that you can trust that it's there and it's a partner who's trustworthy. Coming from Finland, we believe that where an impartial player, just focusing on security. We will have no backdoors. We guarantee that. We will let no security agencies into the system. We'll block everything we find. But of course, we can't block what we can't find. And that goes, of course, for everybody. So, but we have layered systems in the security. We have the processes, the automation, the test tools, the engineering skills of the company of 25 years of history. So security, of course, is so much in the DNA of this company. So we can't guarantee 100%. Then you need to need to be offline, and no people can touch your content to be 100%, right? It's got to be somewhere in a safe where nobody gets into it. If it's even then 100%, but for sure it is the safest place you can have in the world. I'm certain of that. But as I said, no guarantees on that either, I suppose. But we have huge scanning ways with doing a lot of distributing the data. So there is many levels of security. So you got to be encryption usage of the best of newest of encryption that there is. So it's pretty heavy to get in.
Okay. So right now you're supporting Facebook also, Dropbox, Picasa.
Yeah.
What other services?
We'll see what the feedback is from the consumers. We decided to start with those, and they are the main, the biggest ones in the market at the moment. And then we'll see a little bit what the feedback is as well, how it comes. And actually, even if Younited as such is a new product that we're launching consumers and we'll launch it to the corporates, actually we have had the product out there for a couple of years now already, but we have already millions of users on it. But it's all through operators, white label. So we actually sold it through operators. So they have been selling in their markets, whether it's AT&T in US or BT in England. So it actually is already in use by many companies.
You already showed us the search function of the app. So can I also search for words that are inside the document, for example, or only?
No, not yet. Not yet. I think that's the next. Let's see that when how far do we go? There's all kind of. I know that there's a lot of discussions going on. There's a lot of products as well available that are trying to look at face recognition on the pictures and look at different names inside the documents, etc. So we'll have to see how far we want to take that and how far people want us to go into the documents, because then you need to open actually and go into the document as well. Right? So it's a question of privacy again, right? And I think we realize that we don't want to do anything that the consumers will be upset with us, as we're coming with a fairly strong privacy and security focus here.
Since Picasa was almost replaced by Google Plus now, or Google wants to replace it, do you support Google Plus now, or in the near future?
That's coming,
right? Yeah, that's coming.
So many different jobs.
And we'll expand. We'll see how we expand, but of course we want to keep it up to date in terms of who do you support and where the users mainly want to go. If you can't do them all, it becomes too complex and too difficult for consumers as well and businesses, right? So we'll have to see which ones. But yeah.
One other question that I had: if I upload the same file, for example, to two different services that you're supporting, to Picasa maybe and to Facebook, will I see the image then twice?
Yeah, you will. That's what's going to happen. And then you can of course, then you have to decide yourself that do you have everything in the cloud, and what do you want to have in the device, specific device. For example, there you have to decide on what do you have in your devices. You have to just make that choice. Whatever movies you want to have in your iPad, or what documents you have in your PC, etc.
And can I also move files from, for example, from one cloud service like Google Plus to your cloud service, because I don't want.
You can extract it back to ours, but you can't move it to other clouds. That
sure.
You can do, yeah. But you can move it, take it up to ours.
If I don't want to have it on American servers.
Yeah.
So when will be Younited open for everyone?
It's open now. Younited, UOU.
You can only register, right?
Yeah, you can register, and then we have started taking last week. We started taking consumer, Early next year we'll have it with the collaboration tools. We'll have it for businesses. So you can start logging in now, and then you get into a queue, and we're taking in. We're taking a cautious in. We'll take a few thousand maybe users per day. We start to take in, and then that's how we get started. So we just see the load. We see how make sure that everybody gets in a fair manner. But you can register already.
I mean, a lot of people maybe don't want to pay for cloud service, and maybe 5 gigabytes is a little bit or not enough for them. Do you consider to let the users upgrade their free storage, like you can do with Dropbox by inviting friends or something? With that?
Yeah, we're looking at that as well. That's true. We're looking at how we could maybe scale a bit of the free part. We'll have to see how far we go. Now it's in the beginning. You also get a bit more. You get 10 gigabytes now in the beginning for the first ones. So at the moment it's still open. So you get 10 gigabytes, and then we'll take it down to 5 for free. It's going to be 72 euros a year for 100 gigabytes. That's true. So it's fairly big once you pay. So it's fairly substantial amount. It should take you quite far, actually, very far in terms of photos.
So apart from Younited, a few other questions. What should people in general be aware of when they use their mobile devices? What should they do to improve their security?
On the mobile devices, I think you have to have, if you go to YouTube and you Google hack Wi-Fi, you'll get tens of thousands, 100,000 hits on how to hack and fake a Wi-Fi. So I think that and everybody goes with their mobile devices and they connect to different Wi-Fis all the time. It's actually ridiculously easy to hack in. So you should really just have software protection there. And F-Secure, of course, we're launching even more than just the mobile protection. We're launching the new kind of security solution. We believe it's the future of security, actually. So it's the F-Secure Freedom with an E at the end of it, and that's the product we're launching as well to the market. We're in the beta version now until end of this year, so we're taking slow some users in to get some feedback, and then we will go in next year. We'll start more early next year, and then you can log on to the service as well. And it's actually going to protect you on any wireless LANs you are in the world. So it's more of a protection, not only the device, but also the traffic, and as well as through the cloud. So it's true security from the cloud.
Okay, and about Facebook, for example, or social media in general, what should people do to improve their security there? What do you recommend to how to use social media?
Yeah, I suppose you have to understand that they do profiling on you. So first, of course, you have to accept that that's the case with many websites, and of course, in some cases, it's good for you because it helps you, right? It gets you the relevant information in front of you when you need it, and that's the way the social media and the apps work. You have to understand that there are no free apps. I think that's the first. There are no free apps because if you look at Google, you don't pay Google, but at the same time they make billions of profit every quarter. So somebody is paying them, right? So it's from advertising, which is based on that they profile you, and the other apps are doing the same, right? So when you click the box, I accept all the terms and conditions, then you accept that you have moved from being a customer to being a product. But I think most people are starting to understand, some people at least understand that that's the case, and they accept it. So it's just to be aware that that's how it is, right? And so otherwise, I think just look at the settings. It's important. We have also launched a safe profile, so you can run your Facebook settings check, so that you know how private are your settings. And by running that, it's a free tool. If you just go to Facebook and type safe profile, you will get that, and you can just, for example, check the Facebook settings, that at least you have what you want them to be on the level you want them to be. You can do a lot with that. Then of course you use HTTP GPS whenever you go, so you take the secure connection, right? And of course, if you want to, you can take security software from F-Secure. I mean, there's many other companies as well, but obviously being the CEO of F-Secure, I would try to tell you to take our product. But consumers choose what they choose. But I would say anyhow that you gotta have some kind of protection, a security protection on your mobile device, whatever you use, but take some of it. And remember that nothing is for free, and high security costs money as well. Right? High security costs money, so if it's for free, there is something else that is behind it.
Which operating system would you recommend in general in terms of security? iOS, Android, or Windows? What's the most secure one?
Well, if you look at it from criminals' point of view, they go where the big markets are because they need to do their business case on where do you go. So, in a way, always being on the smallest market share-wise, the smallest iOS is easier because that's going to be the least of attacks because it's the smallest market share. Simple math, right? From a criminal point of view, you go where it's easier in terms of volumes. You go for the bigger volumes. So that would be one, obviously. That's why the smaller market share always is more safe. But then again, the challenge is that because they are smaller market share overseas, they don't have as many apps and they don't have as many cool other functionalities because also the fantastic new apps and everybody, the games, what you do, they always go for the big overseas. So of course everybody else is rushing into that. So Android is going to have a lot more challenges and attacks. But of course they're both improving it. So I wouldn't start recommending which OS to go for. Apple has been more safe, but of course now when the volume has grown for Apple, there's getting more attacks into that space as well, obviously. So I wouldn't dare to recommend. I think people have to make their choices. Just make sure that you have security software in your devices, and then you can use any of the OSs. I think that would probably be the smartest way to go ahead at it.
All right. One more question. So there are, of course, also people who say they don't have to hide anything, or Google or companies like Google already know everything about them. So
yeah, I mean it's well said that Google with your search engine knows more about you. Mikko Hyppönen said from our side as well that Google knows more about you than your family knows about you based on your search results, right? And I think there is two things in this one. Now, I think for a normal consumer, if you have nothing, it's very easy to say that I have nothing to hide. It doesn't matter, and that's fine. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you that you're in that position that you don't care. A lot of people actually they open up their lives. They want everything open for everybody to see, and they even wish that people would come and look at them as much as they want. There's different kind of people. But I would still believe that we are innocent until proven guilty. So what do you know in 10 years' time with changes of legislations, changes of trends, changes of things happen? Do you really want somebody to copy everything, what you do, where you go, where you move, have all the access to all of your information, maybe all of your children's information, and gather it all, and maybe someday it's not going to be so that it wasn't just anything. And I am just inherently against that. I think privacy and transparency matter, that we should know where our data is used, how it is used, and it's up to the individuals then to decide how they want to do it. Right? So I don't buy that actually personally, that I got nothing to hide, that it doesn't matter. I think it's the basis of democracy that you're innocent until proven guilty, and only with a court order does anybody actually start really looking at what you're doing. So I wouldn't give it away so easily actually myself. It's too easy argument that I got nothing to hide. Maybe you got nothing to hide when you're 18, 19, but who knows how your life looks and how everything has changed when you're 48 and you're running for politics. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for the interview, and I wish you good luck with your product. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Good being here.